Just a quick message to let you know that I am a trained fitness professional with over 10 years experience. If you do decide to participate in any of these workouts, myself or the HFL Mentor brand will not be responsible for any injuries that may occur as a result of your participation within this workout. You do so at your own risk. Any questions or concerns that you may have before participating in this workout, please let me know in the comment section below this video. That's all from me. Take care and enjoy the workout.
What's happening, guys? Okay, it is time to train legs. Now, all men should train legs, so make sure you do, because you don't want to look like 𝗟𝗲𝗴, yeah? So it's very important that you train legs. So we're going to start off with a glute activation, something that I always do before I train legs. Sometimes I switch up the exercise, but I generally do this before every leg day. These are crab walks, okay? Crab walks. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab a fabric resistance band, and you're going to wrap it around just the top part of your knee. So just above the kneecap, and we're going to be basically walking like so. Now, when you do this, you don't want to bring your feet together. Always want to be at least shoulder width apart for when you bring the band back. You're going to feel a nice pain in your glutes. It's a fantastic exercise, so make sure you do them. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 6 reps of around 6 to 8 meters. So up and down counts as 2 reps. We're going to be resting for about 1 minute and 20 seconds because it can be quite strenuous, especially if you're new to the exercise or haven't done it before. Even to this day, I still get pain doing this, and it's one of those exercises where you get used to it, but you're always going to benefit from it. Again, it's a fantastic glute activator to get those glutes firing up before we train legs. So like I said, we're going to be doing 3 sets of 6 reps, 6 to 8 meters, completely up to you, with about 1 minute and 20, 1 minute and 30 rest period. But just to keep things simple, I've got 1 minute and 20 rest period through this exercise. Enjoy. Time to play some music. Okay, so on to set 3. Should be feeling this one by now. Just make sure that, again, you don't bring your feet together. Keep your stomach in all the time, and keep your hands up as well. So keep on going. Don't stop. If you get tired, you can stop the movement, but make sure you complete the reps. You can do 4 reps or 6 reps, but for the purpose of this video, I've been doing it for 6 reps. Alright guys, moving on, we're going to be doing something called Sissy Squats. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 15 reps. We're going to have about a minute to a minute and 20 seconds rest. Now at the start these are quite easy, but the more you do, you soon start to feel the effects of this exercise. Now this is great for the knee joint, but also to develop the quad muscle, the teardrop muscle that you see in bodybuilders, etc. Again, I like to do it as a warm-up exercise. You can add weight to this exercise. It's completely up to you. All right, last set. So like I said, if you have knee pain, you're a runner, this is a great exercise to do. If you want to strengthen up those knees, again, this is a great exercise to do. And like I said, it does get harder as you go through the sets. All right, guys, back to the music. So I'm just putting my reps on now for walking lunges, which is our next exercise. Alright, so with the walking lunges, we are going to be doing 5 sets, 2 reps. Up and down is the 2 reps, and ideally for 6 to 8 meters. Now, this one is all about pace. You want to control that time under tension. So we're going to go down for 2 to 3 seconds and then back up onto the next lunge. I'm working with 25s here, 25 kilos. It's entirely up to you what you want to work with. I would say if you're not experienced with this exercise, make sure you keep your head up and just get the movement done, okay? Just get the exercise done. Don't worry about the pace too much, but if you're a bit more experienced, again, you want to come slowly down on that movement. This is great for developing the front of the leg, those quads, that VMO muscle, and yeah, that's where the party's at, guys. In terms of the rest period, we're going to be resting for 1.5 minutes. Now, believe me, this does get harder as you go along, so you might need to adjust that rest period, but it's completely up to you. Alright, on to the final set, and by this point you are definitely gonna be feeling it. Now, I always say to people that I don't train cardio. The reason why I don't train cardio is because when I hit my leg day, my heart is going. My blood is pumping. Because when you train legs properly, it feels like a really hardcore cardio day, believe me. My forearms were burning as well. Moving on, it's time to squat. Now we've got a high bar squat and we've got a low bar squat. Just for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be talking about the difference today, but for me, I like to have a low bar squat. I like to hit my glutes, I like to hit my hammies, and obviously my quads. Again, the way you put the bar all depends on how flexible you are in your shoulders. For me, I prefer a low bar squat. So we're going to start off, we're going to be doing 20 reps of the empty bar. Always warm up with the empty bar no matter what level you are, just to correct any technique and things like that. So I'm going to put on some weight here. I've got the 220s that I've just put on. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest for about a minute. And and then I'm going to crack on straight into the next one, because it's hardly, well, there's no weight on the bar. So yeah, so we can jump straight into it. Now we're going to be doing 4 sets of 12 reps here. Now for me, I like to keep my feet at a 45-degree angle, and anything below 90 is good. If you're not experienced, then just come at 90 degrees, but you always want to squat minimum 90 degrees just to feel the full effect of the exercise. And you want to keep your stomach in nice and tight, and I like to keep my neck slightly down with my eyes up, because I want to keep a nice neutral spine. I find if I keep my neck up too much, I'm going to be getting neck cramp and things like that. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to be resting for 1.5 minutes. You might need a little bit more if you're not experienced in squats. Okay, so I'm just putting 2 more 20s on, so I'm going to be doing 100 kilos now. Again, this is where the cardio comes into it, just because of the rep range that I'm working. So the goal for this workout is just strength and endurance. We're not lifting too heavy, we're just lifting like a moderate sort of pace. So 12 to 15 reps is what we are working. And also as well, if you need to rest more, please do, right? For the sake of, if you are following this workout, by all means, if you need to rest more, please do, because squats can really take it out of you. The amount of energy that you burn is just ridiculous, especially for the rep range that we are working. Okay, now onto the leg press. Now this is purely for reps, purely for endurance, just to burn the muscle out. So we're going to be doing 4 sets of 20 reps. Okay, just working past that 15 rep range, purely for endurance. Again, if you're not that experienced, just be mindful of how much you are lifting. Remember to keep your core in nice and tight. Yeah, keep your stomach in nice and tight. Just putting some more weight on the bar here. Straight back into it. And again, at this point, you might want to increase your rest period. So for this one, we're resting for 1 minute and 30 seconds before we go on to the next set. Time to move on to the seated leg curl machine. This is for the back of the leg, the hamstring. And as you can see, it took me quite a while to figure out how to use this one. I never used one like this before. It was such a big machine. Yeah, I was a little bit all over the place. As you can see from my face, I'm really struggling in this first set. I set the weight a little bit too high. So make sure you just always set the weight accordingly to your own ability before you do it. So right now, this is my ego working instead of Dean working. So always make sure you set the weight accordingly, guys. So we're going to be doing 4 sets of 15 reps, and we are just into our first rest period now. We're going to be resting for 1 minute and 30 seconds before the next set. Alright, on to round 2. And one more thing as well, make sure you squeeze the muscle at the bottom. I cannot highlight this enough. You have to squeeze the muscle being worked. So many people just go through the motions, but in order to get the result you want, in order to maximize the exercise, make sure you're squeezing the muscle at the bottom. And if you want to work even harder, then add a little tempo on the upward phase of this exercise. So squeeze it at the bottom and then slowly up for 2 to 3 seconds. It will just make the exercise that much more effective, I can guarantee you. All right, into our rest now. Alright, so just before into this set, make sure that you keep your core in tight. Super important, so you're not moving about all over the place. So don't forget to embrace that core tight. Alright guys, back to the music. It's time to stretch out. So we're going to be doing 2 stretch exercises. Stretching it is so underrated in the fitness industry. You have to stretch. I can't talk about stretching enough. Posture, preventing injury, developing the muscle is just super important. So you're just going to put your leg on the side here, going to keep your leg as straight as possible. Ideally you want to lock out that knee, and you want to keep both arms the same length. If you can't touch your toes, touch your knee. If you can't touch your knees, then touch your shin, but keep both arms the same length. And that is the general rule when it comes to stretching out your muscles. So we're just going to hold 15 to 30 seconds each side. Repeat more times if you need to. Okay, repeat more times if you need to. There isn't no such thing as too much stretching, especially if you do the weights. For this next stretch, we're going to be stretching out the glutes and the piriformis. This is mostly for the glute. You do hit the piriformis a little bit, but generally we are working the glutes. So again, we're going to hold 15 to 30 seconds. If you need to do more, please do. Alright, switching legs. I don't do it in this stretch, but you can actually move your body to the left side towards your knee. You get even more of a deeper stretch. Alright guys, that's the workout for today. Thank you so much. Any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to give it a like. Thank you. Guys, if you like what I do and you like the content that I provide, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that like button, leave us a comment. You know you want to. Stop playing hard to get. It's as simple as that. And that's where the party's at.